Meat.
No. I'm going to make this a potato. I'm not going to cry. Sasha, we loved you. We love you.
I'm going to cry.
I love meat.
Yeah, and famous last words. That was so sad.
It was.
Yeah, that was an
That's
intense
totally her,
episode.
though.
That's
Totally her.
Yeah.
And the intensity of it all, all her friends around her, just so sad.
Everyone
So
took it so
hysterical, it was so terrible. But yeah, so now Zeke is alive. He's on the Zeppelin with them, on the airship with them. And looks like that they're in cahoots together, that they are working together.
Yeah, and they worked together. Yeah, it seems like they planned this pretty much all along. But Gabby and Falco are on there, and what are they going to do with the kids? What are they going to do with those two?
Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll start to... I mean, it'll be upsetting, but I think they're going to start to see things in a different light. I don't know.
It's going to take a long time for Gabby to get...
A while.
It's easier said,
to think it through, yeah.
So
I think Falco's going to start seeing it first. And hopefully Gabby won't be too far behind, but she's going to be a tough cookie to crack.
I really thought both of them were dying last episode, so I'm happy that they're still alive right now.
Well, they were getting their butts kicked, I mean.
Yeah. So very good episode last time, very tragic. We love Sasha. We're watching on Crunchyroll. So this is episode 409. On Crunchyroll, it's 468. You guys ready?
Ready.
Let's do it.
What's he doing? Fight. He's
not going to wait. He's just going to go for it.
He's changing.
You can feel the tension, just building up.
Yeah. So I like seeing that and learning more about these new faces that we've been seeing the last few episodes. And so I kept thinking that was a guy. Her name was Yelena.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so she wants to free the Eldians.
Yeah, she's
so Zeke is part of that
Marleyan.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, all of it's bad anyways, but the Marleys, as we know, they've conditioned everyone to believe that Eldians are bad blood, and the ones that they did keep, and they're warriors or whatnot, they're conditioned to believe that they have to do these things to prove themselves that they're worth something,
and then they're
loyal
like
to
honorary Marleyans.
Yeah,
if they do what they say.
It's also interesting that they're seeing, their first group of colored people too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because to them it's something new, and then they ask them, "Why come you guys are dark skinned?" And I'm surprised there's none on their side of the island.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that they've never seen before too. Because even eating seafood, like saying that it smelled fishy was funny. Because how would you know what fish smells like if you haven't, actually seen fish before this
just
or
use
something?
The right adjective.
Well, you have lakes and stuff though,
Yeah.
so yeah, I guess you would know fishy, but.
To see Sasha eating that lobster the way she was, if anybody's actually eating lobster like that, there's a lot of other stuff that's in there.
I know, but she doesn't care. Like it's something new, and
let alone
she
just
doesn't seem to be picky. But
yeah, just the shell of it.
Yeah,
alone.
I do like seeing more of Sasha, especially how she was.
Yeah, and
tragedy.
3 years ago, I mean, this chef, I mean, she loved all his cooking.
Niccolo, I think his name was.
Niccolo,
yeah. Was
and
he was the most important person.
Exactly, and he was
his
just
name Niccolo?
Niccolo, that's how they pronounced it. Yeah.
Niccolo, and he was just so taken back by that. When he found out that she died, he had to, go to her grave. And he, sent her
from his
roses.
perspective, from his perspective, he wowed this person.
Yes.
With something that he was going to do anyway.
Right. A mutual love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like seeing that too with how people are normal, and when we had that narrative of, you take time and you learn people and you get to see them as who they are, and you work together, you learn together, and it's almost like, in a way, like a moment of peace, where people can get along.
They can, and
well, it's like when the Marleyans and our group started working together. They said they didn't trust each other at first, but once they did start to trust each other, things went a lot smoother.
And that's what Hanji wants. Hanji wants to talk, and but I think this is where Aaron says, no, we don't have the time to talk and have this, try to have a peace, you know, a treaty of sorts. We don't have the time.
Yeah.
For this plan to work, we're running out of time. Zeke is, I mean, now you go back 3 years into the present, that means he's at the end of his life.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, exactly, because he had 3 years left then. So he's like right at the end.
He's right at the end. So that's probably when Aaron
might want to eat Zeke or something to be like, I need royal blood. I need.
Or they had to get together, and now we have Historia was in the mix of she's the royal blood that. And he doesn't want to do that. Aaron doesn't want to, right?
I don't think he's going to eat her, but he touched her at one point. We saw a spark kind of thing. But when he punched Dina as the Titan, that's when he had like a spark too.
So at least that is true, where he has to have
the royal
contact
blood
with the royal blood connection.
Yeah.
We're going to put her in the pocket and...
Yeah,
let me hold your hand while I'm doing all this.
Touch me. Just touch the little zap, 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 zap. Yeah, so maybe eating someone like that is going to make you even stronger. But now, do they want the Rumble to happen? Because they go back and forth they're discussing it. But the Rumble, that's a bunch of colossals that are going to like flatten everything. So that means, are we cleaning the world and just killing everybody and starting fresh? With a small group, or just like the people that are.
Well, I mean, them? If you look at inside like the wall, like Wall Maria and everything, there's a lot of corrupt people on that side too. So I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to think like that, because you got bad blood on our side, you got bad blood on their side.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of good too. So it's kind of hard to make a call like that.
Yeah, but once you do it,
unless
you can't
Aaron
undo
can.
It.
Yeah, but when Aaron punched Dina that one time when he was able to make that call, maybe he can control those Titans when he makes a call like that. That screen that he did.
Yeah.
So maybe that'd be one way he can activate them without having them just wipe out everybody in their path.
Yeah, or Zeke will do it.
I know, and either way though, like you're still killing people. Like why even do that in the first place? Because you're going to mow people down. Doing the Rumble, right? Like that's what the whole purpose is, and not just like landscaping or something. Like take out this mountain for me.
Titan landscapers, we're here to.
Yeah, like the point is to like crush everything in its wake, right? Just a reset or something, because it's like
just the wall being destroyed will kill a lot of people, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it's millions of colossal Titans, so that's gonna destroy everything.
Yeah.
It's just all messed up, and I'm glad Aaron does say that. He did say that. The Eldians, they are kind of like monsters that, it sucks, but that is their blood. And I'd never want to label someone like that, but they are dangerous if they get triggered and turn into these pure Titans, like that is a huge danger to
if they don't know how to control it.
Yeah, if they don't know how to control it. Or if they get into the wrong hands, like the Marleys, and they use them as weapons.
Exactly.
There's a lot of terrifying things there too, but it's hard to figure out what's right because they are people still, but it just still comes down to they all have very similar outlooks, mostly. Not like the pure Marleyans who just hate Eldians and think they're bad, but everyone's been conditioned to think that. So it's just the cycle of hate and violence, revenge, and it just doesn't end, and no one's fully in the right.
Right, and right from the beginning, where we saw the first scene, where Aaron is picking up the battleship and bringing him to the island, and they're all like, we have to kill all the devils, and Anji's like, oh, you feel that way already? She's like, why don't you stay and, find out for yourself, we're not so bad, but they just are so instantly programmed that, yes, you are devils, and we hate you just because of who you are.
Yeah, we'll kill you on sight.
Yeah. So, yes, they're just programmed that way,
Yeah,
to learn.
Scary, because that happens a lot.
Yeah.
In real life, too, it's just, it's easy to get brainwashed when you only hear one side of a story, and that's, you have no other evidence of something. It's really easy to believe that, So I like seeing this conflict and people actually getting along on different sides.
I do, too, and with Yelena and her friend, I didn't catch his name, started with an O, where they were like, oh yeah, our ship, it was sabotaged. Come and help us. And they're hanging on the ship saying, come on,
Mm-hmm.
But they have no loyalty to the Marlians. They absolutely have nothing. So there's
They
no
were
way.
forced to be in the position that they're in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have the loyalty there.
It's a chance
First
for
they're
freedom?
going
Okay, I'll
to-
take it.
See, everyone
betray
has a
them.
story. Everyone
Yeah.
has a story, and just because they are part of a group that you see as an enemy, doesn't mean that they're actually a bad person. Like they were forced to play that role.
Now, they also said too that the Marlians are now fighting other nations because they heard that they've lost, several Titans.
Right.
So now they're weaker.
Yeah.
They're weaker. So are they going to go with the other? Are they going to maybe fortify with the other country?
I guess that would be the next step is to,
Right.
the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Isn't that how it goes?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, this is a good show. I mean, I like all these reveals and going back, and Annie's still crystallized, which makes sense. But it's just been forever, like years that she's been like that. So apparently, she looks the same. She hasn't eaten. So is she at this point? Because I know we talked about the other Titans, not aging, and I know they do. But here, is she just not aging this whole time, or does it still count?
Is she crystallized on her own free will, or is she crystallized because she can't?
I don't know. I thought it was her
reactivate.
own. I thought it was her own free will in the beginning, but I think she's not getting out of it. Like this is a long freaking time. Maybe she did it on purpose to save herself at the start, and now someone has to get her out of it somehow, so she has no control how to wake up again. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Because she crystallized herself, kind of like it's maybe different, but like the Warhammer Titan, how she was like an egg shape too, crystallized.
Yeah, but she was able to have like this feeding tube come out from underneath her, so
Feed me.
The
so
umbilical cord.
I think it was a little bit different. I don't think it was
It's
as
not the same,
strong.
Yeah.
I'm just reaching for
Same concept, yeah.
ideas, but yeah, I mean, I want to see more of Annie. I want to see, and that child that went up to Kenny in that flashback a while ago, was that her? We were kind of assuming because she was super strong. She's an actor, maybe.
And when Annie does come out of it, is Zeke going to convince her to go along with Aaron? Or is she going to be like,
we're just going to eat you.
hey,
I don't know.
protein,
gross. Yeah, so until next time, guys,
Meat.
Thank you so much for watching Meat, and we'll see you very soon, as always. Love you, Sasha.
Yes.
Hunger Games tribute. Until next time, guys.
Bye. Lobster. Now we need a lobster too.
Yeah, lobster.
Meat.
Rock lobster.